Why Yawn is the best status move in Battle Stadium singles. Sleep is one of the deadliest status conditions in the game alongside Freeze, as it is able to potentially put a Pokemon out of commission for several turns. The biggest difference between the two is that Freeze can only be inflicted via a 10% secondary effect of a move, like Blizzard and Ice Beam, whereas Sleep has several moves that have it as the primary effect. One of these moves is Yawn, which has grown in prevalence over the past few generations to become the best status move in Sword and Shield BSS. Before I go into details, if you enjoy these types of videos, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to stay tuned for more videos to come in the future. First, let's have a look at what the move actually does, as it has very unique properties. Yawn is a 100% accuracy move that inflicts the opponent with the Drowsy status condition. Drowsy is different from Sleep in that it goes away if the Pokemon switches out, but if the Pokemon remains on the field at the end of the following turn, it will fall asleep. So you may be wondering, why is Yawn good when the opponent will never fall asleep if they keep switching Pokemon? Isn't a move that instantly puts the Pokemon to sleep better than Yawn? While it is true that an instant sleep move is better than Yawn in certain conditions, there are three main reasons why Yawn is a stronger status move in the current BSS metagame. The first reason is accuracy. Yawn has 100% accuracy, while the majority of other sleep moves have 75% or less, making it a difficult option to rely on. The only exception is Spore, which has 100% accuracy but struggles a lot with the other two reasons that I will be discussing now. The second reason is the distribution of the move. The highest accuracy sleep moves all have very poor distribution and are on Pokemon that struggle a lot in this metagame. Spore in particular is only usable by Moongus and Shiinotic, which are both terrible. The most common sleep move aside from Yawn in the current BSS format is Sing Chansey, which is a 55% accuracy move. Yawn, on the other hand, is given to very relevant Pokemon that are capable of doing things aside from putting the opponent to sleep, such as Quagsire beating Zacian and Gastrodon stopping Kyogre. The last reason is that there are more things that can stop the best instant sleep moves. Two of these, Spore and Sleep Powder, are considered powder moves, and are therefore blocked by grass types, Overcoat, and safety goggles. While the latter two are not relevant in BSS, the grass type immunity means it's a lot easier to block Spore than it is to block Yawn, making it a difficult option to have on your team on top of the requirement of using subpar Pokemon. The reasons I listed so far focused on why Yawn is better than other sleep moves, but now let's talk about what makes Yawn the strongest status in the format. The most common use of Yawn is with Hippowdon and Swampert, both of which use the move in tandem with Stealth Rock. Stealth Rock deals damage to the Pokemon when it enters the field, so the strategy is to set up rocks and then spam Yawn. This situation, known as a Yawn cycle, is a powerful combo that forces the opponent to either sacrifice one Pokemon to sleep, or keep switching and continuously take Stealth Rock damage. Swampert also has the option to flip turn while the opponent switches out a Drowsy Pokemon, letting it control the momentum and gain a big advantage. Hippowdon does not have access to a pivoting move, but instead is able to use Whirlwind to prevent Pokemon with Substitute from taking advantage of the fact that it becomes immune to Yawn. A bonus perk of these two Pokemon is that the opponent is unable to max Lightning their way out of the Yawn cycle due to the ground typing, something that cannot be said for instant sleep inducing Pokemon. While stacking hazard damage with the Yawn cycle sounds deadly, the biggest strength of this move is the ability to create free turns for a setup sweeper. If a Yawn Pokemon is defeated on the turn it used Yawn and a setup sweeper comes out, the opponent is forced to choose between switching their Drowsy Pokemon out and giving the sweeper a free turn to boost, or attacking the sweeper and sacrificing the Pokemon to sleep, potentially giving the other player even more free turns. More often than not, the opponent is forced to defeat a Yawn Pokemon while inside a Yawn cycle, and falls asleep as the setup sweeper comes in. Sleep in Generation 8 lasts 1 to 3 turns. In this situation, because the sleeping Pokemon just fell asleep and therefore burned 0 turns, the Pokemon is guaranteed not to wake up this turn. This is a guarantee that is not achievable with instant sleep moves, as you need to spend a turn switching into your setup sweeper as your opponent burns a turn to sleep. If the opponent has a 1-turn sleep, then the sweeper did not get a free turn to set up in this situation. This is the primary reason why Yawn is so strong in this format, and considered better than instant sleep moves. The other benefit of Yawn is that it gives the opponent a strong incentive to switch. In a format with a lot of powerful setup sweepers and Dynamax, forcing the opponent to switch and lose their advantageous position is a very powerful tool. However, the benefits are not limited to removing the opponent's advantages. Yawn lets the user control the matchups during the battle as well. A common example situation in Series 12 BSS is a Quagsire facing off against a Zacian that has a Kyogre in the back. Zacian is not able to break through the Quagsire, so it switches out into Kyogre while the Quagsire yawns. Kyogre does not want to be put to sleep, so it is forced to switch out into Zacian while the Quagsire earthquakes. The Kyogre and Zacian are unable to get any footing to break through the Quagsire, without sacking something to sleep, whereas Quagsire is able to make progress every time it yawns the Kyogre switch-in and earthquakes the Zacian switch-in. This type of matchup control is something that is only achievable through the use of Yawn. At the end of the day, Yawn has become so powerful that all players need to adjust their game plan accordingly at team preview whenever the opponent has a Yawn Pokemon. The best counter to the move is Tapu Fini, which uses its Misty Surge ability to nullify the Yawn cycle. Lumberry is a common item on a lot of setup sweepers to potentially grab a few free turns to set up on the yawning Pokemon. Teams without either option are required to constantly make sure that the Pokemon that they have out on the field does not give Swampert or Hippowdon a free turn. And there you have it. These are the reasons why Yawn has become the strongest status move in the BSS format. What are your thoughts on the matter? Let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.